he came back.
You know what's in?
I remember. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. Before Jesus ever went back to Jerusalem, he and I were hanging out in Kemet, and we were going to school when he was learning about the Anunnaki.
Well, when the Hebrews or the Israelites built that golden calf and pissed off God, do you know where Aaron told them to take the gold? He didn't say take the gold off your wrists, off your fingers. He said take the gold out of your ears. And so that whole thing is just a metaphor for your temple, which is your ear canals, and it just what you put in your brain is your reality in many ways. And what you say is who you are. And, that's your personality.
John,
I mean,
John, do you think I really give a fuck about money?
no, I don't think anybody really gives a fuck about money. People are more concerned about how they feel, like minute to minute. I mean,
Yeah, feelings are important. Like I don't know.
Because if you had $1 billion, like there's this Chinese guy that went to France to go buy $100 million winery, it's the most expensive one ever, and he crashed his helicopter and died looking at the $100 million winery he was about to buy. So, yeah, I mean,
look at
how do you feel? Yeah, how do you feel right now? That's if you're gone, you're gone, but it's coming. That's the wildest thing about life is God is really death.
Don't take life so seriously. You're never gonna get out of life alive.
Yeah, you ain't getting out of this alive. So it's
hedonism, bro. Hedonism is the answer. You go buy a bottle of whiskey right now and have your life.
It's just not gonna work for you the way you think it is.
I'm just saying, I've been there, done that, got a t-shirt.
Everybody's done that. Everybody's done that one. Everybody's had the best bottles. Lots of them. And at the end of the day, you're like, don't want to do that again.
Well, I mean, it depends on what she looked like when I woke up next to her.
Yeah, sex is the one thing. See, it's the curvature. It's the ass that is like the goddess, Asiya or something. That curved ass is magic.
She looks like Isis. She has a Coke bottle frame and she smells good. I'm making her breakfast.
I mean, do you think we're just talking monkeys?
Even if I forgot the night before.
Chances are we're all just talking monkeys.
Actually, it's sex about the personality. Like it's very complex, but you fuck the personality. Some personalities are hot, some.
Yeah, but I mean, eventually you just weed out.
You have somebody like who's like playful, and you have this person. It's like it's gonna be very fun. So you have somebody who's like stupid, boring.
Yeah. There's an intelligence to sex. Like you got to be pretty smart to have good sex because A, your body's in good condition, and B, some people actually don't know how to they don't even know how to have good sex. They're like logs or bricks or rocks. They don't even move.
Edmund, let me ask you a good.
You got to know yoga.
What is the speed of sex, Edmund?
I don't know what.
68. You know why?
Why?
Because once you get to 60, you gotta turn around.
It's funny. How long did you do that one?
You were talking about robots. Imagine like having those gadgets, like in sex, like you could like never like have like extend you like do like we could have many ideas about sex, like we could have an implantation like going forever, like that. They actually planted a cathode in rat brain and give like there's a button, the rat pushes the button and feels like pleasure. He keep pushing it until he died. Literally died from pleasure. That's a good death to me.
I gotta say, I think our cell phones are like the closest manifestation of divinity ever because they're basically push button surprise devices. So basically anything you can imagine or anything you want, you can actually synthetically create it by just touching your phone.
I'm just saying that proves that pleasure is the highest value. Like because if I give you like a button, like
yeah, but what are you saying? Pleasure is just dopamine then. So it's like we are chemicals. We are just fucking chemicals, but we're like chemicals aware.
Fentanyl, Like, have you tried?
Sentient
It's
chemicals.
dangerous.
No, we are actually a synaptic storm that impedes based on resistance.
Mm-hmm. Or signaling. I don't know. Do you know any neurologists or neuroscientists?
I studied it for a long time, but I never got a degree in it.
Voltage, current, ampere.
Doesn't mean I don't know it.
So, I mean, why can't the neuroscientists...
Axon, a dendrite, soma, telomeres, oligodendrocytes versus Schwann cells, the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. Like, what the fuck?
Like, imagine, like, if they could upload, like, your consciousness into a computer, you would live forever there. That would be a fucking nightmare. Like,
yeah, but it wouldn't be the real you.
it will be like you will never know the difference. Like, it will be the same thing. You will never know the difference.
The thing is, like, like the original version of Star Trek, the guy that was Spock, like me, Bones, the doctor of the Star Trek film of back in the original time, he would never get on the fucking transporter because he knew in order for him to get on the transporter, his existence would be split into a million molecules, and he'd be dead. And whatever ended up on the other side might look like him, be like closely put together like him, but be able to transfer the soul. So he refused to get on the transporter because he knew it would be the death of his soul.
Wow, I understand that, but what's the difference from him falling to sleep and waking up? It's not the same because like there are changes in his molecules too. Like, so it's the same thing. You're never the same person. You literally change. Your body creates new cells, and cells die, and energy changes. Like it's not the same person. You're not the same person as we started this discussion. The molecule.
I mean, I think some people have like I don't know. You can detect that personality is pretty constant. So like your personality 10 minutes ago is it's almost identical to your personality right now.
But do I seem any different, John? Do I seem any different from 21?
It's not the personality, guys. It's you're transported.
Other than like the ups and downs, but otherwise, am I kind of congruent?
I don't know. I think we need some type of metaphysical technology breakthrough where we're able to essentially departicleize
you and send you to another education in geometry. Like, do you think like that person will have the same personality, different
geometry
matter, but it's you. It's the same person.
What in the trigonometry are you talking about?
I don't know. Personality is so relative where it's like the outside observer in many ways dictates a person's personality because you are who people tell you that you are based off of your own signaling and experiences. So, but people are also actors, and
not if you are an introvert. You don't care about what people say, bro.
Well, I don't think that you, as much as like you are an obtuse dickbag, Edmund. Honestly, I consider you one to be one of my closest friends. That's my mother's Pat, and I'm never gonna take that away from you. Whether it's rated or not.
What he's saying? Shut up.
He's just saying that that I'm his friend, and
Are you together, guys?
No. We're gonna go to Egypt and get married at the Western Wall.
Wow.
No, we're gonna go to Gaza and go fight in the last battle.
No, you don't want to go there.
What do you think Israel's gonna call the final battle when they finally take control?
Do you believe like God, like Armageddon? Do you believe this shit?
I think Armageddon is probably not as big a deal as you think it is.
You think Jesus is gonna return?
No, I'm saying that we're probably gonna. No, what I'm saying is we're probably gonna, as a race, or Israel.
It's gonna be like South Africa, and eventually it's gonna be like people gonna like get over this shit. Like maybe it takes like hundreds of years, but it's not gonna like.
No way. It's just too inherent.
It will happen, bro. Don't you see South Africa? They're literally killing each other the same way.
Do you know how many? Do you know how many Muslims every day in the West Bank in Gaza sit there and they pray for the destruction of Israel? They can't stop.
What's happening? It's like literally like everywhere when it comes to racism. Like people get along.
No,
Be surprised.
it's not true. Once you achieve a certain standard of living and a certain level of intelligence, you're no longer a sociopath praying for the destruction and death of your neighbors. You don't.
Wow.
You stop.
It's like you're actually doing the same thing as they are. Probably you are having the opposite mentality they are having. The same thing. I'm saying like once you get bored of a conflict.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, my young man. If I was walking across the desert and I ran across your mom, who was also walking across the desert, we were both looking for water, and I was like, hey, I think that shade over might be a mountain.
If I was walking in the desert and I met your mom, like I would give her water, bro. Your mom will give her water.
The way I understand,
I don't care if she just.
is that we walk this way, we can go.
I will give water to your mom, bro. I promise you.
But the thing is, when I listen to your mom and then she saves my life, does that
well,
make
your
us
mom is
brothers?
gonna be like saved. It's in.
Does it make us
like,
brothers when your mom saves my life?
Listen, I'm gonna like literally feed your mom, give her
I'm
like water.
asking you,
Your mom will save her.
Saves my life. Does that make us brothers?
No.
Yeah, it will make us brothers when I save your mom. We're gonna be your daddy.
No, this doesn't make us brothers.
My Jesus.
You're asking like, didn't you know how? Like, for example, the Nazis, like, didn't you see how?
I wasn't really worried about like whether I want to be his brother.
Literally, Americans will like see no dogs and blacks. Literally, I was like, no dogs and blacks here.
Brother.
What was that?
I'm playing off this shit right now.
I'm saying like it doesn't mean like people do not resolve conflicts. Religion problems stay longer than other problems, but they're gonna get resolved eventually.
Dude, you ain't got no problems until you talk to somebody like me.
I mean, I don't know. I think the problem is thinking that there are problems.
Like the Christians in Europe have been like doing like lots of troubles, like in the 1800s. They were killing Jews too. So like things have changed in 200 years. They are now crying, supporting Jews.
Listen, there's so many young people in Israel, they're never going to put up with terrorism. They'll fight back and die fighting.
Terrorism doesn't exist, bro. It's a world that you created.
It does exist.
Everybody knows that, bro. This is like
crazy.
Boomer shit.
Terrorism is crime. What are you talking about? It does exist.
This is boomer shit. Nobody believes like terrorism just means you are terrorizing other person. You also do that. Everybody does that.
Everybody does that. Listen, when I go sit at a bus stop and some fucking Palestinian woman rams her fucking minivan into the bus stop and squishes me, I want my fucking brothers and sisters in the military to go get me justice. That's what I would want.
Yeah, but you gotta I understand your perspective, but you are also like you have military Israeli like women literally sending bombs, killing children in Gaza.
Yeah, it's nice if you got close friends who will get you justice if you innocently get killed. Like if you were doing something wrong.
Bro, it's not like to go suppress somebody, kill. I don't know how you see justice.
Listen, if I ever get a squatter, I'm gonna fly you up here, Brian, and I'm gonna have you do a citizen's arrest and then fly you right back to Georgia.
Listen, Brian, that's why you control things, because you control people like Brian. He's a puppet.
If you want to do that with my
Zionist.
in Illinois, I will call the Illinois.
Yeah, he's in Illinois. He's like
Bureau of Investigation, and they have my number, and I will let them know that I'm conducting an investigation.
Like if ever like he become a congressman, you will be his man. Like literally, you'll be following him, like giving him AIPAC money.
Yeah, I want the AIPAC money. The guy that I'm running against, he gets AIPAC money.
You motherfuckers don't even know how to access how to be a fucking,
I'm an astrophysicist, bro. You are talking to a scientist, okay? Don't talk to me like that.
Neil
You are
deGrasse
talking to a
Tyson,
scientist.
you fat ass nigger.
Do you know what?
Shut up, you fucking like white, like trash, fucking piece of shit. I'm a fucking scientist.
Do you know what Kohoutek is?
What's Kahotech, bro? Sounds like
It's one of the biggest energy patterns in the universe. It's a comet or like a
Kahu.
Kohoutek. I'm looking at it's a piece of artwork. I could read it to you if you want. But what I'm just saying is, when you contemplate the universe and all the energy and how vast and infinite it is, it should create a sense of awe or even trembling, meaning that like you're so insignificant, but are you really that insignificant? Chances are you're not that insignificant, meaning that we're talking through devices that we didn't even manufacture. But what I'm saying is that we have to be connected to the divine, to the universe. So it's
John,
just a
I'm
fun
gonna tell you-
thing
I'm
to
gonna tell you every
contemplate.
That's funny. That's very funny.
John, I'm gonna
Connected.
tell you every time I ever went surfing, and when I went paddling out on the ocean, I felt exactly that.
Yeah, yep, I have felt that too when I've gone
Connected to the
surfing.
divine, like sounds something like very, like I don't want to say stupid, but it's like
It's true though. It's the universal theory of the one.
And don't you believe in evolution? Don't you think we are just apes? Evolved apes.
No, because I've spent a lot of time at the zoo with gorillas, and I know that like they're just so
If you
stupid
had a
compared
pet,
to
you
us.
know, like animals is very like smart. Like you're not psychopath, of course. You know animals smart. Like gorillas are very smart. Like bamboos are like.
Yeah, they just want to eat and scroll right on your tablet.
But many humans do that. Actually, many humans want that. Like
It's just
Dude,
dopamine. Monkeys want
The only
dopamine too.
thing I really cared about, like gorillas, was when Robin Williams and Coco used to have their relationship.
Michael Jackson and Coco.
literally, a human is like 99%.
No, it was Robin Williams. Like,
You're 99%.
I know, but look at what we're doing right now. You think a fucking baboon or a gorilla could manufacture a device, and you're sitting in fucking
Yeah,
Egypt.
but
I'm
that's
sitting in Chicago.
you got smarter. Literally, it's just like a mutation in your brain,
Right,
like
teach
your ancestors, and that's it. You're nothing more than that.
It's not. We
It's
listen.
Oh God! Didn't you go and kill the Neanderthal? They were like other human. Oh, God told us to kill them.
I don't know. We're like infinite beings compared to monkeys.
Like, imagine if this is a delusion you have in your mind, and you are nothing like an animal, just an animal on this earth who got lucky, like a mutation in your brain, and you got smart. That's it. Nothing. It's not apes are not monkeys.
Yeah, now you're acting like Pavlov's dog. But what do you know about Freud's 5 stages of development?
I don't know. What do you know about Abraham's
oral, anal, phallic, latency, and genitalia?
What do you think Isaac was thinking when Abraham was about to kill him?
If you're laughing at the basics of psychology, good luck getting an education.
What are those stages, bro? Oral stage.
Yeah, it
sounds like a porno to me.
Sigmund Freud. Who was smarter, Sigmund Freud or Einstein?
Sigmund Freud was a piece of shit.
I think
did something.
Freud's biggest proponent would have been Erickson.
Do you know Sigmund Freud is responsible for publishing more books than anyone in human history?
Yeah, because he never said something with a value. That's why he wrote.
That's probably true. He was doing cocaine. He was a coke addict.
He was spamming.
Yeah, he was spamming. You're right. He was spamming. Sigmund Freud was a successful spammer.
Yeah, because you don't know, but in psychology, they don't even follow his ideas now.
I know.
Like his ideas was literally wrong about everything. It's not like cognitive science was totally different. It didn't evolve from
Well, the
psychoanalysis.
thing is, the subconscious is like saying that it's the soul in a way. So, what do you think we actually have souls or a spirit, or what is the
Yeah,
subconscious
as a
connected to?
Jewish
Is
person,
it
you
connected to
probably
something?
believe this shit. Like God, my soul is different than this black person. I was chosen by God. You have
No,
this
see, you're
idea that
throwing race into soul. What I'm saying is soul supersedes race identity consciousness.
you think you are superior than this guy. I know. For example, I think I'm equal to him, but you will not. You're within you think are superior. You think I'm better than this.
Everybody's equal when you're sitting there taking a shit in the forest, okay? Or you're drinking a cup of tea
Okay.
with somebody. Everybody's the same person.
I'm chosen by the Lord.
Yeah, the problem is these
Funny, bro.
motherfuckers don't even know how to dig a cat hole to figure out their ass from a hole in the ground.
See, we are technically just pink brains emitting sounds through our lips and our throats, and we're all very similar. Um, standard of living is different. Wisdom, knowledge, intelligence, memories, experience are all different, but our brains are technically identical, like literally just absolutely the same
What if
color.
aliens exposed themselves to us now and told us like everything you monkeys believed in is like fiction and we can prove that and here we go, we are superior race and this is our technology and we gotta heal you out of your delusions. Like you gotta say like you gotta still follow. They could prove that everything.
I want to know in the psychology level of like understanding. There's a Dr. Harlow. And it's called Harlow's monkey. If you were the monkey in Harlow's monkey, which would you have taken the hold of? The one made out of barbed wire with like nipples that gave milk, or the one that didn't give any sustenance, but it was soft and fuzzy?
Oh well, that's
What
like,
nature nurture bitch ass are you gonna pull?
Yeah.
You seem like you like both, bro. Nurture.
I don't know. Brian's got a lot of shit figured out. You got a lot of shit figured out. I don't know. It's your experience and it's just who you are.
Was Einstein like a German citizen, or like he was like your like from your people?
Actually, he was from Austria.
He was a
He
patent
was
attorney.
Austrian, like he was like the painter.
Was he a patent attorney or a patent clerk? I can't remember.
Well, when he was in Switzerland, he was a patent clerk.
Like, why did they hate you so much? Like, why those people?
You know what? You know what, dude? You're right. I'm thinking of Tesla. Tesla was Austria. You're right. It was Switzerland, and he was a patent clerk in Switzerland when he came out with the whole EMC.
So he's one of you? Are you saying he's one of you?
So what do you think E equals MC squared means?
Dude, there's so much information in my head, bro.
What do you think?
I'm saying, why did the Nazis hate you guys? Like, what are there? Is because they are evil?
They hated everybody, dude. They were they were a mafia, and if you weren't in the mafia, you weren't cool. They wanted to enslave you. You were inferior to their mafia
But why
race.
other people, like, why didn't do that to other people? Did that to you exactly? Like,
they did it to everybody, man. They conquered Europe. What are you talking about? They imprisoned millions of people.
I'm saying, like, are you saying, like, they did to everyone as they did to the Jews in Europe?
Everybody, yeah, not just the Jews. They did it to everybody. They fucked everybody's lives up.
But
they
it seems like everybody's forgotten, and like only like this, like the atrocities, like of at least on numbers, they said like 6 million. Like, maybe they hate you like specifically. They even have like philosophers, like they wrote books about you, bro.
I don't know why people don't accept the 6 million number when you know that like 55 million or 120 million people died in the whole conflict,
I accept it, but I'm asking what's the reasons for them, like, for example, to write, like, they have like books about you. Literally, like, they have Heisenberg, the philosopher of the party, writing books about you, bro. And they have like...
Dude, I love Breaking Bad. That was a great movie.
Yeah, but I just like I want to know what are the reasons. Like, do you think that like what are specifically the reasons?
It's people want to create memories about what they went through, basically. Because World War II was definitely like the apocalypse. I mean, everything was destroyed and like, I
But
mean,
they will
there was
always, like,
nothing.
when they talk about these speeches, like, I heard, like, some of their, like, it was lots of history, but they were talking about you. Literally, there were guys who have no country. The guys, like, they were always talking about you. They literally, like, they have
I
no.
don't know what to tell you, man, but Israel is a fucking historical miracle. The fact that Israel exists and people there speak
Is
Hebrew,
it
it's a
because
fucking
they
miracle.
realize there's something wrong, like I don't know. They seem like to realize something about, like, World War One. Like, what did you do to them at World War? Like,
What are you talking about?
they seem to think you betrayed them and helped the enemies and stuff. Like, I don't know.
Who? What are you talking about?
The Germans. In Germany.
Oh, that's what you think? I don't know. Maybe. I never. I mean, those are like little. Those are just insignificant conspiracies because really the German state itself was, you know, I don't know. It's just such a shame that so many
Like,
people died.
it's amazing to me you can't articulate the reasons. Like, I'm not seeing people justify that.
Do you know how many Iraqis and Afghanis died in the past 25 years? Fucking millions. And hundreds of thousands of people born with birth defects from plutonium, uranium spent, you know, fucking munitions.
Are you saying the Holocaust is like weaponized by the Jews? That's why it's famous.
You're not wrong. Hey, like Edmund, when I was in Iraq, I found this kid, and like his mom, like was telling me to come into their house.
You fucking scumbag! You was in Iraq. You probably killed a few Iraqis.
Door. I know you hear me. Shut the front door. What I'm telling you is,
you fucking was in Abu Ghraib, didn't you? In the prison.
When I went into this child's bedroom, and like
you went into his bedroom, you fucking piece of shit, fucking criminal.
And he had picked up depleted uranium saber.
Wow, you gave him radiation sickness.
Put it in his pocket.
Fucking evil piece of shit.
Keep it in his pocket like it was a lucky charm.
Mm-hmm.
But it's sitting next to his groin, and it's ionic radiation.
You blasted him. This is a war crime. I could literally like imprison you.
No, he was just saying that he came across a kid.
He said he gave him a literally uranium like plate.
He didn't give it to him. He picked it up.
It was like, and you look at him. He doesn't know. It's like isotopic. It's like you're gonna look at him dying slowly.
So wait, what was his state? Was he sick?
Well,
he gave him that. He literally confessed of crime.
I'm gonna tell you right now, he became a eunuch.
Oh, his balls fell off.
Everything.
Is this guy like? What do you live in Illinois? He told me, okay, war criminal. Okay.
I'm not a war criminal.
Not you. Your friend is a war criminal.
I didn't put depleted uranium in my motherfucking front pocket.
Literally confess like of giving some like a child a uranium.
Do you think your cell phone can cause cancer?
No, Jesus Lord, I know the microwave radiation, dude. I used to be a microwave engineer way back in the early.
Yeah, but what if you got 100 cell phones and you're live streaming yourself all the time?
Yeah, he got uranium. Like I was wondering, like this is
makes
evil.
You brilliant. John, if you think that like 5G, 4G, whatever the fuck G is gonna fucking like, I get that you think that the frequency of your cell phone connection is upwards close to what microwave would be, and microwave could cook you and vibrate the water molecule.
We should have a bigger microwave, like a huge. You could stuff a human in it.
You're not vibrating the water molecules in your body.
This is my dream machine. Like I would create a huge microwave.
That would be cool.
That made me laugh.
That would be cool to like take a cow into a huge microwave machine.
Stuff like somebody like a war criminal into it. Like put it in 2 minutes.
I wonder if that would be a good way to kill people.
Microwave, that would be like.
What was that? What was that one movie that I saw? It was like, you know,
the Brundlefly
with all the gods and shit, but they put the women in this like bronze bowl in the inside, and they set it on fire, and they cook the women on the inside. inside of the bull, and the smoke coming out of the nose of the bull was like the women being like boiled.
Wow, war crimes being confessed here. Had a bull in Iraq, putting like women into it.
Were you in Egypt during the spring uprising?
Like, why would you build a brass bowl and put people inside it? I like that's fucked up, bro.
It's a movie. What are you talking about?
I thought he was confessing, bro. He could have already confessed to a war crime.
That was Mickey Rourke in the movie that they did, but like it was the book for thousands.
Don't you have trauma? Don't you have trauma?
Mayor, shut the fuck up. You ain't got shit on me.
Have you ever taken a bath in a pool of uranium?
Or something.
I mean, in a pool of mercury?
Okay, I don't have it against like
I
I'm a
played
victim
with
myself.
mercury, but I never let it touch my skin because I know it's toxic.
What do you think a hedonist lifestyle is, Brian?
Are you asking Ted Bundy? That depends on who you ask. Like, if you are asking Ted Bundy, that's like an answer you
That does what?
I said somebody that jerks off with a cactus.
Oh, a cactus jerker offer. What about if you fuck a camel in the desert? You know what an Arab calls that?
Wow. Well, what about like banging your head on a wall? And like
that's called driver's. That's called driver's ed.
And banging your head on a wall like a stupid like who worship a wall, bro? You're stupid. Like who goes in a wall and worship a fucking
his buddy's just looking with his hitchhiking like he's about to get on next.
It's a fucking stupid. But it's the most.
How much do you think General El-Sisi is worth in Egypt? Like 3 billion, 10 billion, 15 billion? How much money do you think? I was like wondering
why did the Nazis hate you, bro? And I think like I could understand. I could see it, like you couldn't articulate.
It took you about an hour to figure it out. You're like, I'm beginning to see why people kind of hate this guy.
Yeah,
and maybe why they hate a lot of.
Point, like it's like, I was asking you, why did they like hate you? What was the reason? You never were able to understand what was the reason.
Well, I think they just utilized the scapegoat tactic in terms of propaganda and prosecution and persecution. It's just all made up, but they really just they stole all their property, they murdered them, and took all their shit. Like, I don't understand. This is what the mafia does.
Okay, so they are mafia. Okay, got it. I wish like there is like I was like go back in time like and talk like, why do you hate those guys? Like, why do you hate comedian grandfather? Like, they would like that to tell me like.
I don't know. It's kind of stupid. Jews themselves are like so mysterious. It's like you almost can't believe the story.
Are you like gypsies? Because gypsies are not. Nobody likes gypsies. They are hated. They're like. I feel like you give the same vibe. Like you're not like.
Yeah, I think Jews and gypsies are probably pretty similar because they're both like diaspora people, right?
Shut up, American! Shut up, you fucking like Scottish or something like that.
Wait, are you mad that I'm American?
We are. You don't know. We are Semitic nations. We are literally related.
So you're Arabic? My Arabic is Swiss.
You are no. Shut up. You are fucking like Scottish or some Scandinavian.
Where are you from? What is a Semite, you think? Like a semi?
Are you Scandinavian? Are you Celtic?
Semitic? A tick of a semi? What is a Semitic, really?
Yeah, we have the sons of Sam.
That would be four of the main languages, which would be Arabic, Jewish.
Yeah, those are the sons of Sam.
And there's like four other minor languages below those.
It's not a language, it's a nation. Semitic nations, they speak Semitic languages.
Greek is one of the
So can all ethnicities and cultures be broken down into languages?
No, don't be anti-Semitic. American. We are Semitic.
So are there any ethnicities outside of language? Like it's got to be some like Papua New Guinea bullshit.
Yes, only based on what your father taught you and what his father taught him, and that would be.
Imagine being a Scotland, Irish, Ireland. Like those are the most like savages through history. Like
Have you ever
like
eaten
Scandinavians.
Have you ever eaten a cow's pussy?
Scandinavians are the most like shittiest. Like
Have you? No,
countries.
it's a true question. I was in Vietnam once and I ate a cow's pussy.
Vietnam, you went to Vietnam, bro?
Yeah, they slice it up, they boil it, and they slice up a cow's pussy.
Why would you go and
It's
kill
like
like
sushi. It's like
Vietnamese
sushi
people?
pussy. No, I'm just kidding. But I saw that on YouTube the other day. I was like, holy shit! Like
Well,
they
I was
actually
gonna
eat a
go
cow's
with the
pussy.
sashimi, but you know.
Yeah, it's like sashimi basically. I couldn't believe it. It's fucking gross. It's not gross when
I
you
actually Google
see
it
a.
right now. Comedian, why did the Germans hate the Jews back then? What were and actually some results say because you betrayed them at work. They think you betrayed them.
The Germans hated the Jews. They scapegoated them to make themselves feel better.
Since 1933, you want it like I don't really give a fuck about World War II.
Shut up, American. I'm not asking you.
1941, when my grandfather joined World War II in 1941 when he was 16. I care about 1933 when like Hitler began the SS party and like he started the first member at member number 500 because he thought if he started out as 500, like everybody else would think that they were in part of a bigger group. Like, and it was a psychological fucktardery of a program that he played.
Yeah, probably this is propaganda. He's saying
spam. It's spam.
Because the end of the Second Reich.
He pulled a Sigmund Freud.
And then
but we want the real story. We don't want the BBC story, bro. We don't want the.
And fought as an Austrian. We
don't want the Illinois news, Illinois Times story. We don't want the real story.
Bitch, stop running your mile. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Stop kissing ass. We are Semitic nations. We could discuss like our heritage, our history. Shut up. We are asking why Aryans hate us. Shut up. It's not your business. You are Scandinavians. You don't belong here. So why did the Aryan like superior? They are seem superior.
Wait. You think I'm Scandinavian?
I think you are probably either a piece of shit scan, or you are either like what they call Celtic. Yes.
I'm not even gonna defend that one.
Probably your grandfather was an Irish bomb. He literally like got to America.
Shanty Irishman. He's calling this fucking Arab is calling you a Shanty Irishman.
Yeah, but this is like we have more history than these like Vikings. They are savages, bro.
Yeah. The Egyptians got a lot of history. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands.
Well, these are like savages. Like they have no history, bro.
Yeah.
Listen to him. He talks like a savage. I'm trying to think about why did the Aryans hate us? Like why did they hate us? They are superior. They seem beautiful. Look at the Germans. They are right when they did the studies. Like, look at this black guy and think about the German man.
They fucked themselves. The Nazis are technically the same thing as the Hamas. They fucked themselves.
Oh my god, you gotta say that. I wish it
strategically. I'm saying it's the exact same thing. They were like, "Oh yeah, we can win this war against the communists." I'm just saying it. It's true. It's true. It's just energy potential. The fucking Nazis didn't calculate the energy potential.
You are literally like they can't say a word about you. They are afraid. I gotta sleep, bro. Okay, American.
He couldn't take it anymore. His fucking head cracked. He couldn't deal with it. Knew he couldn't deal with it anymore. Finally, you reached your tipping point. You're like, all right, fuck this shit. I gotta go sleep. I've been here all day long.
I didn't think I was being extremely obtuse.
No, it's true. I gotta go to sleep too.
I was just being objective.
A Met Gala orgy. You want to go to the Met Gala orgy? Oh my god, that's a funny title.
What's good with the good? What's going on, man? You alright?
Yeah, everything's fine.
That's what's up, man. How's it go?
Fuck, man, I was on the treadmill today, and it feels like I'm walking on needles.
I don't understand. But you know how much I run all the time, so.
Yeah,
I think
you're a fucking long distance runner, huh?
Dude, well, I mean, 3 miles a day, 5 times a week.
It's pretty good if it's true. Yeah, you're like, oh, he's calling me out.
Dude, you wanna see a picture of me with my BMX bicycle when I went riding my bike the other day?
Sure.
Here. There's a picture of me and my bike. That was me in front of my shop. Dun, bow, dow. Here. There you go. That's me and 5'10", 155 pounds on my mongoose.
Oh, you got a mongoose. What? So what happened to your forehead?
I got in a fight with some dumb fuck like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I heard you telling me that story.
Oh man, I didn't know. I met this girl at the corner store on Saturday.
Mhm.
I was buying beer, and she's like, "Hey, what you doing?" I'm like, "I'm about to go home, smoke a blunt, drink some beer. What are you doing?" She's like, "I want to come with you." I'm like, "Oh, then hop on in."
Damn.
And then next thing you know, we was, blunts to beers, and we were for the damn thing. And the next day after she went home, yeah, this motherfucker showed up at my motherfucking door. No idea who this fucking guy is. None. None. And like, it's her boyfriend. Didn't even know she had a boyfriend. He showed up to like protect like his honor or her honor. Like either way. But like he and I literally took like I came out the yard with a pistol in my hip. And I grabbed my pistol off my hip because he was like, "You gonna fight? You got that gun, you a pussy." I'm like, "I ain't no pussy." So I took the gun off my hip and I threw it over my fence into my front yard where I got a courtyard. And like he and I like, started going at it. And like when I was standing up with him, bro, he was Floyd Mayweather to I didn't know what to do with it. I'm just saying.
I
like,
can't believe you would
sometimes
fight this
people-
guy like just randomly. Why weren't you even concerned?
Yeah, well, with hands, but when he went with hands and he started hitting me in the face, I couldn't block very well. So I went and I took him with a double leg takedown, and I put him on the ground. I put him on his back, stood on his belly, and I immediately went to go like start punching him.
Mhm.
And I punched him like a couple, 2 or 3 times, but then he grabbed my hand.
Yeah.
He grabbed both my wrists from on the bottom, so I wasn't able to do anything. So I literally started slamming my forehead into his nose.
So wait, how did the fight end? Did he just like slink off and say, "Fuck you"?
I broke his nose. I broke his nose, and the cops showed up.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't call the cops. Dude, my neighbors aren't really. I can barely hit a golf ball and hit my neighbor's house. And like my neighbors called the cops.
Wow. So they arrested him?
Oh, I don't even know his fucking name yet.
Wow. Are you gonna?
I thought
You
they
could
were gonna come
maybe
back
you
and
could
give me
sue
a
him.
police report or something.
Maybe he's got some
I
money.
ain't
Maybe
got
you could
shit.
sue his ass.
Yeah, well, he showed up on my property and started shit that he couldn't fucking finish.
Man, he's lucky you didn't fucking shoot him.
Dude, I literally threw my gun over the fence.
I know. I can't believe you would throw your weapon over the fence. It's crazy.
Well, dude, he was just as big as me, and I knew I had him.
But weren't you worried maybe he's got a knife or a gun?
I don't give a fuck. Dude, give me a knife. Dude, pull a knife and see what I do.
He chose the wrong motherfucker's house to go start a fight at. What a dumbass. Damn.
I still don't know it.
How do you think he got your address though? Like, how did he find out?
Because she walked home and she lives like 3 blocks from my house. When she went home like early in the morning and like had the wobble on her,
Mhm.
he's like, "What you been doing, girl?" And she's like, "I'm fucking that guy down there." And that's how he figured out where I was.
Damn.
I mean,
Damn.
she done told it him.
Damn. Well, is he? Yeah. Well, hopefully he doesn't show back up at your house with a fucking gun.
Please, I wish he would. I'm bored.
Did you ever see the latest Rambo movie where Sylvester Stallone kills all the narco terrorists in on the Mexican border of Texas?
With all the tunnels underneath.
Yeah, this shit is so stupid. It's unbelievable. It was almost like a racist Mexican murder movie. It was the craziest shit I've ever recently seen. I was like, this is kind of crazy.
It was Sylvester Stallone against the cartel.
Yeah, couldn't believe it. I was like, how are people not freaking out about
That's
this?
Rambo. He's our real Rambo. He was the one that went against the cartels first. Yeah, put some orange juice in your beer, man. You're going to...
I got one more beer. Man, I fucking got this plumber over here because I had some major leaks because the water pipes busted in the wintertime. And man, I hope to God that the hot water tank also didn't bust because it's brand new, never even fucking used. This whole I'm like spending thousands of dollars getting this shit done. It's like fucking financial apocalypse.
Take your little, personal heater, like airspace heater,
Mm-hmm.
and point it towards the water heater. At the very bottom of the heater, there's a valve, put a hose, and drain that to the bathtub, that hose. Let that heater run for about
It's not frozen. It's not frozen. I mean, I'm saying it broke in the wintertime.
But once you really heat it all up, get all of it out, all the ice crystals out, and then you open that valve, you're literally gonna drain the bottom out of that thing. And you want to turn the heater off, and turn down all fire. You don't want to try to heat it by air. But then once you do that, close it all up and turn the water back on.
Mm-hmm.
Let it fill back up, and then turn that shit on. And now you have fresh, good water without sediment.
Mm.
I live in a land with a lot of well water,
Mm.
so I deal with this shit nonstop because there's a lot of sediment that comes out of the ground, and I get my water. You know what I mean?
I was thinking about Arlington Cemetery today. I was like, oh, Brian
I told you about that the other day.
Gets to rest at Valhalla.
Well, I mean, I already set it up because of the Purple Heart. I can't imagine it being any better. Honestly, what better warrior would you want to be around?
Do Congressional Medal of Honor recipients get is there a special place in Arlington for Medal of Honor recipients?
Yes.
I've never seen it. I've seen the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, but I've never walked around Arlington.
Have you ever seen? I've been to Arlington many times.
I've never
The
watched.
Eternal,
Eternal Fire.
the Eternal Flame.
Isn't that next to the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier?
Very close.
I think, yeah, I've seen it. I mean, we did all that when I was in the 8th grade. They take you to
Do you
DC.
know what the Eternal Flame was about?
No.
You know the assassination of John F. Kennedy?
Uh-huh.
The Eternal Flame is a memorial for JFK.
Oh, wow, cool. That's pretty cool. I think there was like something with Trump. I think like some Gold Star families or something.
Dude, my drill sergeant was art too. Like, you know, we called him Superman. That motherfucker made me like, dude, I'm 50 years old. You can see me. That was a picture of me like maybe a week ago with my mongoose, and I just came back from doing a bunch of tricks on my bike. Like,
Well, you're no fucking fitness model, despite the fact that you run 3 miles a day.
I'm not a fitness. No, I'm not a fitness. But I don't wear Flimin' Lulus. Who the fuck are you?
You don't wear Lululemon and do hot yoga?
No, but I can fucking bunny hop a fucking mongoose without even thinking.
Yeah, bro, that guy who showed up on your fucking doorstep had no idea what the fuck he was thinking.
I'm not a small guy. I am skinny, but I'm not small.
I know, but you probably know how to fight and, like, you know, you maneuver well. So fucking you gotta sneak attack your ass, otherwise you're gonna lose.
Well, I mean, when I break your liver and your false rib, what are you gonna do? Most people don't even know how to aim.
Yeah, I used to miss in Bennings just so I could shoot more ammunition.
I'm talking about my hands. I ain't worried about all of that. Dude, I'll hit you with an AT4 if you want me to hit you with an AT4.
I never shot a live round AT4. I just shot the dummy round.
Oh, an anti-tank missile? Dude, I can't even tell you how many of those motors I shot.
Back blast area clear. One time there was this kid from Saipan in our
what it was is when we were like walking around the outside down in Mahala. Think about like a Call of Duty. Think about this long like alleyway and maybe 200 meters or like football fields down at the end. There's a blockade at the very end of it, and they've got a machine gun net, and like you've literally got to get them out of their position. And I would get an AT4, and I would literally just jump out in the middle of the street and like yank a fucking shot at them, and then run back on the other side and like dodge forward. I mean,
back blast area clear. Back blast area clear.
There wasn't nobody behind me. You didn't have to yell it.
Did you ever see a video of somebody like shooting an RPG from an apartment window and like blows the whole fucking room up?
I remember the first time I shot a kid that was 12 years old. He shot an RPG at me.
Mm-hmm.
It detonated about 15 meters to my left flank.
Mm-hmm.
I had 5 soldiers on the outside of my vehicle, like literally hunkered down, crouched on the outside of my vehicle. he shot from damn near 200 meters away. But he dropped down to a knee.
Mm-hmm.
He went to reload. And I still had 5 soldiers on the outside of my vehicle. So, he had already shot the RPG. He was going to the reload. So, I laid him down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the worst thing in my head when it comes to, like, my PTSD is the fact that I literally laid down a 12-year-old kid.
I think you just need to read
And
more
I don't-
books.
I don't even know that he was even 12 years old. He might have been younger than that.
Dude,
What it was, he
imagine
shot
living in Rome and being like a gladiator or being a slave owner. I mean, just like it makes you realize that, you know, our conditioning is like so 21st century where we're like appalled, you know, at reality, but like back in the day it would have just been like you just wouldn't
everyday
even
occurrence.
you couldn't even believe the kind of shit you saw in the year, you know, 300. I mean, you're just like, what? Like 60,000 slaves just got to town.
But I went to RN school before I joined the military, so I have a moral and ethical, dilemma that's stuck in my head while I'm thinking about this dumb shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you took an anatomy class?
Oh, beyond that, a lot.
Yeah.
I ran a blood lab for years. I was an EMT. I was a full pharmacist. I was an EKG technician. I went to RN school. As far as like the classes to get into RN school, biomolecular chemistry, chemistry 2, chemistry 1, statistics, anatomy and physiology, like microbiology, like all classes like that.
Yeah, microbiology is a bitch. I dropped out of that class.
Well, then never take biomolecular chemistry.
Yeah. I took Chem 2, like second level chemistry. I had to drop out.
You know what covalent bonds are?
The what?
Covalent bond.
Covalent bonds? Yeah, I think I've heard of that before.
Well, in chemistry, when you mix one chemical with another chemical, the electrons change from one chemical to another, and you make a covalent bond.
Yeah.
But when you do that on a level within the cells of the human body, you're dealing with biomolecular chemistry because you're dealing with all the chemistry within the life of your body. You know what I mean?
So what you're saying is if you eat a jelly bean, you get jelly belly?
You're just mad because you can't bunny hop as far as I can.